doing that. Sorry, guys. Just trying to turn off my phone, and so welcome. I was going through some energy just now, so that's why I was focusing on that. Anyway, so hello, guys. Welcome to the Creator Metaphysical Store. Uh, do not mind my background. This will not be the background for very long. Yes, it is my kitchen and my cabinets. That's gonna like bug me throughout the whole video, so let me just do that. So, alright, first off, welcome guys. Just so you guys know, I am buying a canvas that I will be using a staple gun to hopefully staple this whole thing together. If not, I'm gonna use hot glue, which comes off pretty easily, and that way I can have like, because I was gonna do a Nordic thing. I really feel drawn to do a Nordic. Um, you'll see it, but it's something I'm really drawn to. Like I feel like Odin and the Nordic Norse gods. There's something about this particular boat looking thing that it kind of reminds me about this one. I believe they take a boat sometimes to go to the land of the dead, and but that's Egyptian too. But there's something about the boat. I think it's at Ragnarok, but there's something about that that's just something about that energy, death energy. It's something about that. I think they're trying to help my transition, so I might end up like maybe like in the future, one day my consciousness will zoom into that painting and I'll go through this death transformation. Definitely, the Nordic gods are definitely trying to help me with my death, and so this is not like physical death. I mean like ego death, like a death of an old way of seeing something in that particular way. Expansion of consciousness. Okay, so my thing is that when they say ego death, it's not really like your ego is dying, and that's why I have a hard time with that term. I feel like the best term that I would say for this ayahuasca journey would be more of the expansion of the ego's understanding of reality. I don't like so I guess you could say the expansion of the ego. I don't know. I'm sure it'll come to me a proper term. But how I see it is that the ego, which is our mind, is it doesn't really die. It really just morphs and changes and really expands its understanding of the world around us. And man, my journey was so beautiful and so healing for me. So, what I've learned in this ayahuasca is that from the ayahuasca mother, I learned to like heal and let go of all the family traumas and just a lot of family traumas that I had. I let go of them all in the ceremony, and I'm still integrating it. I'm like halfway done. There's still something there that I'm still kind of working through, and then once that's done, that'll go and that'll be gone. So, like it's like this energy, and I'm just telling it to be. It's okay that it's not dying. It's more of expanding itself to enter a different perspective and a different light. Because even the color of black is still light. So, where to begin? I saw like a bunch of stuff. Um, lunar moth to a monarch butterfly to bees. It was like a hive of bees, and I was like, "Is this the hive mind?" Because I really don't want to go into like some sort of weird like cyborg shit. And it was like I kind of heard a laugh from the universe, like, "Dude, no, it's it's not like that." And it was like a vibe of like understanding that everyone is connected. How the It's how the bees communicate with their antennas through vibrations. If we can learn to tap into that specific, specific frequency, we can connect each other's minds together and, talk in a very telepathic way. You could do it the inorganic way by using technology and science, but the organic way is all I always think is better, and that's by learning how to do it yourself and how to project your thoughts just as much as you astral travel and project your soul out of your body to other places. That's how you will learn how to telepathically talk to each other. So, I saw past lives of myself. I know that I was Romulus Caesar, and there are some things that I'm not proud of. But at the same time, for those of you who don't know this about me, when I was Romulus Caesar, I want people to know that I did what I had to do during those times. Times are different now. I did what I had to do then, and I will do what I have to do now. And times are different, so do not judge a book by its cover. Because I know history has gotten some things wrong about me as Romulus Caesar, and I wasn't this uptight dude. I was pretty chill for a king, for sure. I mean, yeah, I was strict with my people, but that's because I loved them and I cared about them. And I was hoping to try to steer them to be that oneness with themselves, to indulge in their primal nature to help them connect to the primal, animalistic state, so to speak, to kind of connect them to nature. So that's why Lupercalia was came into play, and that was not only to honor my mother, but to honor the animals within the human race. The animalistic side. To honor that because it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to understand that the beast energy is not what the Christians want you to believe. The beast is really the animal energy of animals, rabbits, wolves, whatever, and you connecting on that animal level to Mother Earth, and eventually learning how to do it without having to tap into animal energy by being completely like there, like in, and no longer out. That was my goal with Lupercalia, and those. I mean, there's other civilizations, others information too, but that's how I perceived it and how I, brought it forth. Now, it was interesting because I had a weird thing with Alexander the Great. I know it's budding, and I believe in history they say that they weren't on the term best of terms. But I'm trying. Let me look up because Alexander the Great and Louis Caesar and Cleopatra, because I know that there's a thing between me, Cleopatra, and Romulus Caesar, and it kind of interesting because it reminds me of how you guys can hear me, correct? Like when even though I'm on another tab, please let me know that you can hear me. Give me a text in the chat saying that you can hear me, because I'm on this other tab, and just let me know that you can hear me, because let me just get a clarification on this. I'm going to switch back to the live stream tab. You guys can hear me, correct? If I'm going over to this tab here, can you still hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay. So basically, let me just make sure I got the story great. Right. So my thing is, and from what this is just from my perspective, and I could have it wrong. I'm trying my best to remember everything on the ayahuasca because it's like there's so much that I have to just kind of like take as from to just make sure I understand this. Okay, love triangle because I know that like okay, so from this is just from like okay, just to make sure people understand my thing is that so when I was seeing me, as Ramos Caesar, I did not like how I really butt heads a lot with Alexander the Great, and that's what I remember, and I kind of feel like that he was trying to put a wedge between me and Cleopatra. And I was hoping, and from what I remember, was either I was trying to love her, like to woo her. I don't remember fully this aspect yet, but I'm trying to feel, I kind of feel like I was trying to love her, but then like how I always felt it was that Alexander the Great was always trying to come in and ruin it and mess with it. And I don't know if I was trying to woo her or truly love her. If I was trying to woo her, I most likely was trying to woo her because I wanted something that you know, that I wanted that I could get from her. But at the same time, I kind of feel like in that lifetime I was starting to love her, but it wasn't like really meant to be, I guess, because I know things ended like really horrible and stuff. Um, so like my point is that I really didn't like Alexander the Great. We kind of always butt heads a lot, and it's like how do I put it? It's hard to explain. Like the point is that there was an issue there. And it's interesting because I saw how that connected in a later lifetime where I was King Arthur. Um, there, Alexander the Great was Lancelot, and Queen Guinevere was Cleopatra, and how that energy reflected in that. And then, so it's like very interesting how that energy comes back up. And, in this lifetime, I haven't like seen them yet, but like if how I put it towards like I was having a very telepathic conversation with Alexander the Great. And I was like, look, I'm tired of fighting with you. I'm just calling a truce. I don't care you want to stop fighting or not, but I'm walking away, like, bah, right? And I said to Cleopatra, like, telepathically, like, I really wanted to love you and to be there with you, but like there's just too much drama here. It is just too much. It's ruined. Why try to salvage it? Let's just be friends and let go of trying to like love each other, right? And so it was like an agreement. Like we healed that energy and was like, okay, sure, I let go. Let's just be friends. And me and Alexander the Great, we, as much as I wanted to be friends with him, I just can't right now, and he can't with me because there's just too much there. So hopefully, and we agreed that we'd work it out in the next lifetime. But like not this lifetime. I just like feel like we were just kind of setting the foundation of like, okay, we're gonna let this shit go. We're gonna truth. I'm gonna walk away. You're gonna walk away. I kind of still feel like he wanted to fight though. Like he was like, man, I've still got beef with you. I'm like, bitch, bye. I'm like, bye, goodbye. Like I'm bye, bye. I was like, dad, bye. I'm not even gonna fight you. I'm not gonna put up no dupes. I'm not nothing. I'm just gonna be sitting here and I'm gonna ignore your ass until you walk away because I'm just ignoring you. Ignoring the energy that no longer serves me. Bye, bye, bitch. You know. That's how it was, kind of like energetically in there. It's like bye, and and eventually he calmed down and was like, you know what, fine, bye. you know, you want to ignore me, fine, goodbye. And so, because that's how it was, he's always like wanting to always get the last laugh and like, or the last word. He's always the one that has to speak the loudest. So, um, there was I remember being raised by Lupa. She would pee on me and my twin brother to hide her scents. And like I know that sometimes when there would be a shortage on food, she would like tear some of her flesh to give to us. Um, I remember like having when she would have wolf pups, we'd all play together. And then one time she just left us in the field and said she would be back. And said, and then that like a day had passed, and we were crying because where is she? Where is she? And then the shepherd found us, and we lived as like and we eventually I became king, and then it's just all that stuff. So and then I'll make like so that mother energy, that mother wound is really gone, and it's like I look back and it's like, wow, you know, wow. Look at how far back it had gone, and I thought it was just like, oh, in this life, and the next lifetime from this one, like just past life, the lifetime before this one. No, this like went way back, and it's so interesting. I'm gonna turn the camera around, and I don't know if you guys can see, but it kind of to me looks like a like moth or like an Egyptian kind of vibe here. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of cool. I mean, I see an Egyptian scarab, but also like a like moth or something. So it's kind of cool. I get that vibe. At least that's the vibe I get. I don't know what I get from that. But it's just been one crazy ride. It's been a lot, and it's just like, wow, it went that far back. Like what? Oh wow, wow, just wow. This is so much. There are some things that I wish I could have gotten covered, but I don't think like again. It's interesting because after my Bofu ceremony, I had a dream where I like, oh, I invite Jesus and a bunch of different ascended masters I wanted to talk to. And I was like, I really wanted to help healing the financial issues in my life and my financial traumas because I know they go back and deeper other lives and stuff. And they said that I needed to take golden teacher mushrooms. That was it. And to have like golden healer quartz and pyrite on me. That way, when I took the ceremony, that I mean the golden teacher mushrooms. That's it. That's and it's interesting because I wanted to take care of that in the ayahuasca, but I kept getting this vibe that there's another medicine, that there's another plant that's going to help me with that. And I'm here to help with the heart issues. That's more of like a physical thing. Money is irrelevant. So it's interesting because yeah, and there was aspects of me. The best way I can explain this dimension is that everything was black, but we knew we were all there, and we were at this weird pool that rippled in this orange and yellow and reddish light. And I remember, um, I don't know if I was too, but I was like peeing slash releasing all of this weight. And then I also remember just taking off this bag and then just kind of just shoving it off, back. And I think that was this source, shoving it back, kind of throwing it like I like got rid of it, left it behind. And it was like I was this old war horse. Like I felt like an old war horse, but I wasn't at the same time. And I kind of just was peeing and letting go of all of this baggage, right? Like just everything. And then when I was leaving, I started becoming like feeling very young again. And I was this little boy. And then it was interesting because like I didn't want to shit and pee myself during the ceremony. And because I felt kind of like embarrassed, it was just weird. And go figure, like I wouldn't. It's like it was interesting, and they were basically like there was this older man, and he was like, "Dude, it's fine." Like he was saying, like it was part of like the initiation. Everyone goes through that, like everyone goes through it. It's you're in a safe. He was just telling me I'm in a safe space. That I could do that, and I'm still kind of wrapping my head around that because it's like I can't help but feel kind of like I don't know, blush or be embarrassed. Embarrassed is not the word. It's kind of like I don't know. Um, it's interesting. I just learned that my ancestors come from like the Navajo tribe, and there's this tribe in Sedona. I'm gonna look it up because I want to get the. I think that's maybe I'm just referring to the same thing. Okay, just hold on a minute. Mm-hmm. Okay, while that's loading, but there's this specific tribe that's in Sedona area that I'll do research and find it. But I said Navajo, right? Okay, I said Navajo, right? Okay, I just want to make sure I said that. Oh, what tribe did I say? Like, I know Navajo is one of them. Did I say that already? Did I say that already? God, I forgot. Can someone tell me if I said that already? Can someone type in the chat to tell me if I said that already? I probably said that already, but can someone confirm if I said that already? I see two people in the chat. I can see two people, but I'm not seeing a comment on whether or not I said that already. Okay, so while someone chats to let me know if I said that or not, I'll just continue. So yeah, I met some of my ancestors. One of them from this Navajo tribe introduced himself as my great, 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 great grandfather, in that I met his wife, was my great, 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 great grandmother, and he introduced himself that he was a shaman at one point in time, and that a lot of what I inherited from him is that ability, to just go into trance and just instantly tap in. And so he was explaining like certain gifts that I didn't understand before, and was just giving me an understanding of what those gifts are, and how to utilize them, and what are they good for. Um, my great 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 grandmother was a medicine woman, and she was explaining to me that a lot of the medicines I come up with were from her. She's been guiding me on medicines, and she was hoping that one day she can come through and channel all of the medicines that she feels are very important for the planet right now, and for us humans and animals. And so which I'll get that eventually. I'll get around to that. And I said, yeah, but I said that there are some things that I need to do first before I'm ready to do that. I still want to be like, I want to practice more with the astral, like how to astral travel, and so it's like I'm still not feeling comfortable yet. But she said to me, like, don't worry about it. Take your time. We have all the time in the world. Um, Yeah, what else? What else? I'm trying to think what else happened in the seminar. Oh, I learned patience. I learned that patience is needed, like, because, we all know that things can be like happen like that. We're very powerful creators, right? But because of a linear thing called time and space, we need patience as a tool to help us get through till we get from A to B. Because if up there it's like A and B happening simultaneously, like boom, it's like that, right? But the reason why we have time and space and we have A here, say this is A, right? And then this is B, right? So the reason why we have the space in between is so we can experience a journey. The in between space is journey, which was the journey is comprised of experiences made from the mind and the heart, the emotional and mental aspects of the heart. And so that's what I learned about that. And it's like, what makes it longer for us is if we stay in that negative mindset, that we gripe and we complain, we resist, we fight, we try to take shortcuts when there really is no shortcut. Everything is a path, right? There is no shortcut. So I learned that I'm integrating that. I'm really integrating that a lot. I feel like that was something that was really important. I know they probably felt the same thing too because I didn't really have a lot of patience. One of my spirit guides said that once all this fully integrates, you'll notice that people will notice as well that, and I will notice that I will be a lot calmer, more grounded, and more just chill. Not here, there, everywhere. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that I'm just like, wow, if that makes any sense. I'm like, wow, just wow. I know that I kept saying I am a lot, but I was saying I am mother, I am daughter, I'm this, I'm that. I was seeing it from all these I am, and I just couldn't get to where I am. Like I was trying to understand the ineffable name, if you will, of the I am. And I know that once I get there, oh man, I'm gonna be one powerful motherfucker. I cannot wait to get there. I think, like, I was told, how come I'm not getting it in the third cup? They were saying that I needed to take the third cup, but for some reason, I couldn't get the third cup down. Like, I got like about two gulps in, and then the rest I couldn't. I just started throwing up. And I kind of feel like it's okay. I mean, I'm saying like to myself, man, it's okay. You didn't get there. Next time we'll get there. I was talking to my body because my body's like, I'm sorry. But it's like I'm telling myself, it's fine. It's okay. We'll get there, and the next ceremony we'll get there, and yeah, we'll get there. It's perfectly normal. So I'm just like telling myself, it's okay, because I really wanted that third cup, and I wanted to drink the whole third cup. I just couldn't, and my body can only handle so much. So maybe my body was like, bitch, no, you. I did feel that if I took the third cup, my soul would leave, and I probably wouldn't be coming back. Like I would be so out of this world that I would lose track of my body. So I think I'm gonna make a necklace that's gonna keep me grounded during the ceremony. That way, in case I do leave, and I'm gonna have one of my anchors because I have multiple different anchors. So in the ceremony, I'll make an anchor during the ayahuasca. I'd be like, boop, and program that as a beacon, and then just when I get the third cup, it's like boom, you know. So yeah, if that makes any sense. Does that make sense, guys? I mean, I just knew, I think my body knew that if I took the whole third cup, I would have been gone. Gone. I mean, literally gone. And I don't think I was ready to I'm not ready to leave this planet yet. I'm here, guys. I'm here, and, I have stuff that I want to help people we teach. A lot of my knowledge is from the ancient, really old ancient times, like before Babylonia, Mesopotamia, Atlanta, Libya, that all that stuff before. I'm way before that. I know knowledge way before that, way before that, way before that. I'm before this universe existed. I'm like, I know knowledge from before. Where there's a place called the time before time. It's a dimension of space. It's the place where time doesn't exist, but also where time was born. And it's hard to explain. I can draw it, but I don't have like the canvas to do it yet. So I'll draw the land and everything, and oh, that's pretty much everything on the journey. I mean, there's some other stuff, but I'm still kind of processing most of it. So that's all for today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this little, what I've the ayahuasca, what I've learned experience, and yeah, I'm still integrating a lot. So there'll be several videos where I'll come back and be like, hey, this, and this. So just know, guys, you're beautiful, powerful shamans, warriors, healers. You're all that. A bag of chips, mwah, kisses, love, lots of love.